Right. Hi, YouTube. So it's been ages, and people thought I stopped. So I know I've lost a few subs. I'm sorry about that. But as you know from the things I said, I lost my sister. That was a bad hit. I've been going through a lot of personal mental health, which is no, I'll say about later. I've had Ozzy, which is an American bully. He's heavy, very heavy. Bless him, I love him. Big dog, and I will show you him sooner or later. But he needs extra training and stuff like that. He's three-quarters of the way through the training. My mum is now fully confirmed with Parkinson. So that's happened. I've moved. Yeah, the place can be pretty rough, but people also can be much friendlier than the places I had been, and it is better in a lot of ways. I'm in a place where it's sort of like almost a cul-de-sac area where people can park and stuff like that, and the people there are fantastic. Up to where I was, which was Ashton Bedminster, honestly. So I've had a lot to contend with. Also, I had a massive breakdown there is because I'll tell you what, it was another thing. I went on TikTok. I honestly went on TikTok. I did TikTok and I was going to do mostly of the positive videos. I'm still going to get round to it. And I had some trolls to begin with that seems to vanish. Don't feed the trolls. You can honestly, you can get rid of them with fire, but I don't recommend that in reality. Only in fiction. These true trolls are zeros, they're nothings. They're just nobodies, honestly. And they got bad future coming. And probably not a very lost life. And it's all going to be bad. People act negatively and stuff like that. Or or stuff like that. It's not good. They're not good people. And they shouldn't let people hurt you personally because they're childish, mean, evil behaviour. These are very evil, nasty people, and I've had this on here. For me, people that try to hurt and cause pain and scum the earth, and you truly are. But hey, six of things will break my bones, but being a twat will never hurt me, or saying any foolish things. I don't. I don't speak troll. I do not speak troll, so I don't speak like that. But honestly, yeah, I got that. It's clear, but the limit to 10 minutes, and the way it's better way they do it. I'm not so keen on the format of Facebook, the way they do it, the changes they made, everything like that. And I can make really great videos, and that didn't really matter. None of it does go much anyway. I don't mind, I've been doing it forever, and I will come back, but it will never be like it was. I will make the one-off now, and that'll be it. In the end, I may make one every 4 to 6 weeks. I may pick it up. I just uncertain about it. So I know I lost a few people. You know, I don't worry about that. It's just been horrible. It's been very heavy times for me. I think there was a lot of regret with my sister because I never had hardly any photos of her and me as adults. That never really happened, but a lot of family members got it. A huge amount of photos and that. We barely spoke in years. We had the odd one argument because she wanted her mum there. Oh, but you chose it. I mean, no, that wasn't nothing to do with me. My mum wanted to be out by Christmas, and I said, look, there's this place here, but it's about 13th or 14th in the queue. I didn't expect to get it, and we did. And that's what happened. And then my mum got worse, so I haven't got any life whatsoever. People are very, very lucky. I do everything for everyone else, but I don't even have a personal life anymore, or any sort of semblance of a proper life. And it's horrible and unpleasant. And so it's a lot of heavy things came on. I was really ill for over August. A few of the videos are on TikTok, and then I realised, oh, that's why I broke down a lot. That's the reason why I've been so ill, because you will never forget any of it. Of course, it's the 30th. I don't know why it didn't hit me so much last year, but August was the summer holidays where I got really badly sexually abused. I was 11, and he got me to do something I shouldn't have never got me to do. It destroyed my life. If that and the other stuff didn't happen, I would have been happier. I would have had kids. I would have had a reasonable life. Instead, I got nothing. It's been heavy. It's been terrible. And suddenly even today I started crying over it. Because it's like you're there. It's like you're still there. And that is honest. I still feel that I'm there. And it was where, what was upsetting is, it was a place my grandparents were living when they were in their 60s at the time, which is now younger than my parents are now. My dad was literally seconds away from catching this complete utter shitbag. He dressed weird. I remember the hat, the coat for stealing, big furry coat and everything else, and a lot of things I really remember very clearly. The only thing that stopped it was boarding school. If I didn't go to boarding school, it would have been a lot worse. I would have took my life as a child, because I wouldn't have been able to say anything. I would have endured it. I would have died. Or he would have killed me. Very evil man, and all that other stuff I've discussed on here. Also, I had some troubles a few years ago with my ex, and the things that happened there was bad. I mean, I did nothing wrong, but then I hear the person it's your choice. You choose who you want. You got free will. Everyone's got free will. But friend moan zoning me, then put me as an enemy, and saying I'm a stalker, saying look at these letters, look at this, look at that. And I'm thinking, you utter bitch, if you actually contacted me with letter 1, or just actually spoke to me, I wouldn't have had to send what was actually quite reasonable. It was half a dozen letters spread over a couple of years. And I just more updated her, and that was it. She told me I could do it years ago. And then she had a go at me and got nasty. Nasty with me. Really nasty. Because back when she, before she was 50, she got funny because I had a friend with me, and it was a transgender friend. You know, just a friend. I may not agree with every viewpoint that friends have got, or transgender friends, or anyone, but we're friends. People can actually have a debate about things and not see eye to eye, but still be in friendly terms. And that was the case with this person. I worry. I more worry because sometimes people can get too caught up in things and stuff like that, and can affect your mental health. And I worry about this person with that. And I can't really talk about it, so I can't really say much. But that was the case. Because I didn't attempt to ignore her, she came over, tried to stand in front of me and this person, and literally didn't treated me too well. And because I got upset because of her behaviour, she walked past me and told me to fuck off. And then I went in after a while, and she said, "Oh, I'm seeing someone else, long distance relationship." I thought, "No, you're not." She lies all the time. This person constantly, and things escalated. And because of things like that, because she had to go at me because I got upset over her behaviour, some bitch of a friend phoned her or texted her. She came down and said, and had a go at me because I'm a human being. I'm not a pissing robot. And I thought, seriously, with everything that's going on, and got nasty with me and saying, you've got to stop this. I thought, I've done nothing wrong. I've just showed that I actually did have feelings, past tense. And then she had a go. He said, you've damaged me. And I did say I had a little go at her about, about my weight and everything else like that. And that one of the last things I did say, and it is true, she went out this man for that. And that's the reason why she did the personal stuff. There's so much with this person. I don't want to go way too far, way too into it. But I ended up not talking to her because of this behaviour. I didn't want to hear it. Then, after a while, I did try to talk to her and tried to send her a couple of letters, basically apologise and stuff like that. I sent one more saying this is the last ever letter, because one of them I got upset because of her behaviour, and I basically said, "What are you gonna do that when I've taken my life on my grave and stuff like that?" Because the way she was acting was horrendous. In the end, we didn't stop. We stopped talking. She waved them once, but I was upset, and I said, "Don't worry, we won't be talking from now on." And then she changed her demeanour with her face, and I couldn't even go near her. When I did go into a pub, she looked away, and then will peek through someone's bloody shoulder. When they're doing that, and also she got a bodyguard because I was sitting in a pub in North Street, Bristol, having a drink, not intended to talk to her. So she gets a bloody muscle band creep to intimidate me, and I'm not going to say nothing to do nothing. I'm not this ex of hers. Which she's on the tail end of that all that stuff with them. Even though they went together, she was still doing the intimacy, and I thought, seriously, this is quite deep, but I'm not going to go too over the top. So I had all that happening. In the end, she got the police onto me. I had to stand in front of the cops, one with a taser, telling me you don't bother with someone like that. So they didn't like her. I was saying that I've done nothing wrong, and I said, look, I just want to talk to his friends. They say, oh, don't do that. And I'm thinking, seriously, with it all, I took my life almost that day because they said they did. This cop didn't even say alleged. They just said letting it escalate, and I said some of the things that were happening, threatened with her brother and everything else, and the lies she told her friends and everything else. So I've had all that shit I went through, which was a huge amount, and that's just pretty much, that's quite deep, but there's a lot more to it. But I was made out to be the biggest villain in Bedminster. I got scared because even now I got one of her friends staring at me and constantly staring at me, give me dirty looks, keep looking and staring at me, give me dirty looks. And then one of her friends, one of the people she's talking to, I just looked over briefly and she put the V's at me. This person put the V's at me, all because of lies. And all I'm going to say on this, and I'll finish this segment, is she must apologise to me in writing, apologise to me in the pub for her behaviour, tell the truth to her friends, and tell the truth to the police, and tell the truth to the police when I was almost killed by him, and tell the police about what he did, as well as the other crime she did. She's got to face up to a huge amount. So I had it. That's it. That's the only time I'll be saying about her ever, because I've moved. I want to move on from that stuff, but that's really deep. But I had that a few years ago. I had a huge amount going on in my life constantly. My sister not being ill, not being very well. Last April, she passing away. Hurt to the extreme. We can never talk again. Nothing. Because it's not that we weren't close. We didn't get a chance to talk. I barely got a chance to see her because I had to look after my mum that's really ill. It's got Parkinson's and everything else. And it's a wheelchair. It's very, very anxious. She needs to take me in the car everywhere. And I used to be able to walk the entirety of Bristol. So I've got all that going on. All that I've covered here and a lot more. There's a possibly somebody else, but this person's much younger. But we have shared things that happened to both of us. And sometimes you can heal when people understand you. When you find someone that's been through the same things that understand you. And that's great. That's fantastic. That is wonderful. Really wonderful. And this person is a wonderful person, great person. I won't say anything else other than that. But she is wonderful. Wonderful. Absolutely I can say about going out for the dog walks, helping with my dog Ozzy and everything else, helping us and things like that. Couldn't get a better person ever. So there's a lot of positives here. I'm trying to move on from all this crap I've had in my life, which is massive. It still affects me now, as you can see. So I've had a huge amount on my plate, more than anyone can imagine. All this I've covered here is massive. So yeah, I came off here. I don't like the format. I don't like the way it is. You got to put a lot of hard work on to these videos, and you got to basically be much more professional to get anywhere and do things at a professional level as well. So that can be a lot of work to do. And in the end, I had to make a choice with all the stress and strain to do with everything, because I haven't been able to go to the gym because of everything. I've got to quit that. And see if I can get things better. Because at the moment, with the path, to do with the future, I'm on the worst path of my future. If it's like the way it is, that's the bleakest. If there is some compromise, if things can change a little, I'll be on a much better pathway. I'll be much happier in myself, and I could end up with someone that loves me. Like, there's a possibility I could still have children. I could have, I could have that future. That future will go if things constantly stay the same, considering my age. So I've explained a lot. So had a lot happen, a lot going on. Even with one of my brothers, and a huge amount. And with everything, I had to stay away. I haven't done any role playing in a couple of years. I'm coming back to that. I've had to because I'm trying to clean up my this room because I got a gaming shed set up. That's set up. That's got to be cleared. There's been a lot of raining. I've got to go in when it's dry to see if what damage with the weather has been done. So I'll clear that up because I got a game Thursday. I'm coming back to role playing. I'll be playing it big. Everything else like that. So I'll be doing that. I'll be going back to my game design. I've got I put myself a TikTok challenge of 1 year to write a song, because you can only do 6 seconds copyrighted songs on that, or uncopyrighted. So why don't I get some done myself and sing it on TikTok? And that's what I'm going to do. But at the moment, I've got almost 600 followers on there, which very surprised me compared to the years on this, and being in the position I'm on, it surprised me. I know within a week I'll have over 600, and God knows how far it's gone. I have got a video on there that has had 70,000 views because I just lost it with one of these trolls saying that picture was gay and all that, just to spite and stuff like that. And it wasn't a very good one. Somebody was a bit trollish saying it wasn't a very good one, and he's a grown man. And I thought, and people saying that's not the bloody point. He was saying and having a go about bullying in general, the troll stuff in general, and that's what I was going on about. And they're nothings. They're zeros. They're absolute low lives, which hasn't got the best of lives possibly, and possibly won't have good futures. I don't think they will. So yeah, I'm sorry I rambled on a lot. So take breaks between this if you want to listen to it. Or probably hardly anyone will. I'm gonna post this. So it's gonna be a while before we do anything more. Yeah, a lot's been happening. A lot of bad stuff is happening. There are some good stuff. Honestly, that there is. My fits have now fully stopped. I haven't had another fit. My sarcoid is now fully in remission. I've got fibro that is not really painful like others. I can get, let's say, out of a scale, I can get, right now it's about possibly a 1. Because it's quite mild. But usually I get it, usually about 2 or 3. Sometimes it can go to a 4 or 5. Maybe moderate. I don't get it really painful, but the thing is I get a lot of fatigue and I can be bedridden with that. I don't get it super bad. I don't know if it'll progress any worse, but I get it like that. But it's still heavy and hard on me, so there's a lot going on. I apologise for being off so long, and I apologise for this extra long one, but it's been so long since I've put a video up. But I'm getting back fully into role playing. I'm going to be GMing again. I've got literally loads and loads of books now. I've got Smurfs coming up soon. Smurfs and all sorts coming to me, Kickstarter. One I had to drop because it was Legendary Planet. I was gonna back that quite heavily because my parents wouldn't take me to the bank to get things sorted. It dropped. And I thought, great. But never mind, never mind. I got to clear my debts and a lot of other stuff that's going on as well. But I'm okay. I'm absolutely okay. I'm in survival mode. I'm I got to recover from a huge amount. I'm getting better. The only thing is, it'll be one video maybe every month or so. Because my focus now is on TikTok under Sparky, and there's a hell of a lot of videos I'm making. I've only done it a few months because I'm worried about quite a bit, but I've already done over 50 of them. Sticking to 10-minute format, which I'm going to hopefully do on here soon. Only about 10 minutes. So I'm sorry for being away for long. I'm sorry for this extra long one. I'll cover quite a bit here, but it's already running quite a long time. I will try to do more videos, but I did do a couple of them and put the TikTok ones on here. But after this one, it'll be back to maybe no more than 15 minutes and try to stick to 10. It's just I'm okay, and I will get better, and I'm gonna win this battle against this depression and everything. A lot of people hurt me and done despicable evil things. If this was made literally into a book or a movie, it'd be a smash hit because of the truth. But I'm gonna win this. It's like the last 20 minutes of the movie, and maybe get the false ending. But there could be ending with wedding bells. Happily ever after is still within my reach. I think I can get there. Someone that could love me at last for me, rather than the fake shit I had. And that'd be great, wouldn't it? So sorry for the extra one. It's the longest I've ever had. But I'm covering a lot. I will be back. I'll stick it to short videos and stuff like that. But my focus is going to be more on TikTok, because in a lot of ways it's better in a lot of ways. More trolls, but better in a lot of ways. And I've been on here a long time, and I'm going to be doing more stuff. Concentrating my singing. The album will be out within a year or so, unofficially, but I'm going to get that done, and all sorts of amazing stuff's coming. The game design, everything else. My painting's coming back. I'll be doing that again. I've got a lot of things sort of forward, a lot of things that happen. But anyway, I'm sorry it's ultra long. I had a lot on my to cover here. I might have covered some of this. I won't be covering anything to do with that evil woman, because I know things about this person. This person should be in prison. But it's a case of, and I've got to divide this up: justice, revenge, which wouldn't be super nasty revenge or do nothing. Either way, I've won because of her actions. When you do evil things, negative actions, you get negative results. You defeat yourself, your inactions. That's the reason why I shouldn't worry. People got away with it with me, but did they really? No. The evil that they've done is always here. And in the end, I'm a good, decent person, and they're not, and that's what I got to remember. Sorry for the ultra long one. I never do one that this size like again. I've been away a long time. Anyway, new life, new me, new start, and a fresh new set of YouTube videos coming up. But it'll only be maybe a dozen or less a year now. It depends how I feel. Alright, thanks for the people who followed me. And still following me now, and the ones I've had in the past. Thank you. And until next time with the ultra long one. Thank you. I won't do one, honestly, I promise, not do one at this length ever again.